Fingers crossed. Another bad launch, although the power doesn't seem to be there. I don't know. So this is half throttle. Let's try a fast pass here. Oh, I think that's it. Shoot. Hit the nose. Well, it's unfortunate. Lost it in the shadow. Should have got it down faster. Well, here's the rebuilt F-20. I rebuilt the nose because after that last landing, it did pretty extensive damage. And I rebuilt it with some 3D printed parts. So this is new. Printed nose cone, the front upper deck, and this back deck, and this canopy, which makes it really much easier battery placement. I angled this up a little bit. I'm not sure how I like the way it looks. We'll see in the air. But I'm guessing I'll either rebuild it, or when I do the plans for this plane, I'll adjust that. So here you are with the Paper Tiger. This is with the 3D printed front end, not the white part, just the black part in the front. And after the rebuild on the last crash, I'm gonna try to control check. Oh, that's still a lot of throw on the ailerons. Let's try. Okay, I might go to low rates after in the air. Okay, let's try a thrust check. There we go. Woo! Now this one's got some thrust compared to the I think it weighs about the same as that little plastic one we tried the other day. You ready? I was running out of room. I had to turn. So this is about 3/4 throttle. Let's do a fast pass here. Dial her back.
Man, that thing is so quiet.
Yeah. Let's do loop. The last time I crashed, I was doing some inverted stuff, and let's try that. Oh, I wish I was a better flyer.
Well, it's a small field.
It is for this.
And you could gain a little altitude, and then you're not worried about those trees.
I know,
at
but
the
it's
end.
too much altitude. It's no fun.
The bogey, snotty bottom. God, that is just a yard dart looking nose, isn't it?
It is. As it's yard darting over our heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So here it is, finished up. I'm going to go over in detail some of the final assembly bits. So as you can see on the top here, I didn't do a rudder. So this is just aileron, elevator. 4 servos, 1 for each aileron and 1 for each elevator. So the canopy and the nose cone I printed. You can see what's in here. I also added a little battery vent. I 3D printed a vent for the battery. It's not quite glued in yet, but will be here momentarily. This is the installation of the, I guess you'd call them protectors. Got Metal Gear servos in here. Didn't have any problem. I thought about printing one, a cover, full cover, but I didn't have any problem with version 1 of this, so I decided to leave it. These are the Sidewinder pontoons. See the elevator installation there. Nose cone, skid. Take a look coming in to the intake. And on the exhaust, I left it kind of this natural shape. So, Maiden, hopefully soon. All right, here we are, version 2 of the Paper Tiger. As I mentioned on the overview, really cleaned up, big difference is I really cleaned up the intakes from version 1. This is the final version. I'm gonna make plans available. This is mostly foam except for this nose cone, and the canopy are 3D printed.
And the louvers.
Yeah, so I did put in a louver here for battery cooling. I need to redo that. It's not quite in there all the way, but I'll redo that. But I think it should be good. It's got plenty of go power with this success setup. Kevin, you're gonna launch?
Theoretically.
Yeah.
Oh, it went off.
That's.
Holy.
It's got the power. You ready?
Yep.
Woohoo! Wow, it's fast. Needs a little up.
Well, get up before you trim it. Holy cow, that thing's a rocket. Watch out for the cormorants. Bogies.
think I lost orientation on that. What do you think?
I thought you were yard dart.
Alright. I'm not liking the wind. Gets far away pretty quick. Let me try a more slow flyby.
How fast, or how much throttle you got?
About a third right now.
Yeah. Gets to those trees in a hurry, doesn't it?
It does. Do a little faster flyby, a little higher altitude. Wow, success makes a lot of difference. It says I got a minute left. I probably need to dial down the ailerons a little bit. At least at high speed. I gotta go. I gotta land it because get my. Oh, that was a 1 minute, so I still got a little bit.
That's the same.
Yeah, but it's only an 1800 battery, so I'm gonna bring it in for this one.
Downstream way.
Okay, that was successful.
Pounds of thrust.
Well, in theory, it's got it weighs about 900 grams and it has about 1600 grams of thrust. But I think the big difference between this is how clean the intake is versus the other one. The other one was just really draggy. So, just going to show how to form the leading edge of the wing. Peel the paper off. Again, oops, got a little tape there. Find this location here. Find this location here. And then rotate it. Give a little extra the very leading edge. This is after cutting that, and then you just kind of go slowly like this. It's a little bit straight here, so I'm gonna round that some more. That looks pretty good. So here's the wing, getting ready to fold it. Got all the shape in there. I've already test folded it. I've run these over the edges and got the spar reinforcements in, or I should say these are basically they're not only spars, but they're the shape of the wing when you fold it. So I'm gonna glue it here on top of the spars and on the trailing edge. And then I'm gonna line this back edge up with this here. Now it'll go past for the gluing, but I'll probably prop it up when I do the center section. So here we go. Make sure you have plenty of glue in the glue gun. Give it lots of glue so it stays hot. Nice thick bead. sure it's hold it there for a good long time, probably about 2 minutes. Got this lined up, got it pressed against the spar, ready to go. We'll let it dry. So here we are with the intake scoops. Got it covered, and these require a lot of forming, so I thought I'd show how I do that with this. First, peel away the scored pieces here. In these cases, I only cut the paper, you know, as best as I can. And then down in this corner, I'll take a skewer, barbecue skewer, and I'll kind of do this because it's gonna turn, it has to turn 90 degrees in that area. So I'll just kind of do that. It's a little hard there. Then I hold it here, and then I go like this. I'm trying to get it 90 degrees over that. And then same with this one here. So when these go together, we'll get the shape that I want. Anyway, you just work it, keep working it. The more you do it, the less likely you're gonna get wrinkles. You know that it goes 90 degrees, so make sure you get it all the way to 90 degrees. That's the forming that's going to take place there. But anyway, something that I'm going to try here is I'm going to make these slots are for the top that's going to come down. I'm making them kind of big, but I'm going to wrap the edge. So I'm going to just do a 50% cut on the outside here. And I'm going to do a 100% cut on the inside. % cut here. I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I think this will clean up the edge when the top's put on. So then pull that out. You can roll this in. And now when the tab, got a little bit of stuff still on there. Now I'll glue that like that, so when the tab sticks in there, they'll have a little bit more of a finished edge. First, you gotta take this, and I roll these edges both for strength and for appearance. And since they're on the leading edge, what I'll do is I'll actually, I'm not sure you can see that, I'm gonna kind of roll the edge a little bit like that and like that. So when it wraps, you get more of a round. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a little rounder than it is if it's just like this. So I do that. Okay, so here it is, complete. Got the glue and the seam here. Kind of work that a little bit so it's free. But this is ready for installation now. So the test fit went pretty well. I'm going to glue down these tabs to the fuselage first, and then I'm going to run a bead along the edge. Yeah, I'll run beads along both edges, holding it in place. And I think for the final version, I'm going to add a tab right there, make things a little easier. So after that's dried, I will put a glue here, all along here, and up the back. Then I will roll it. It's important to do this to prevent wrinkles in this top. But I also have that extra tape there, so that can hold it for me while it's drying. And careful not to put any pressure in the middle there. I'll do the other side. So that tape really cleans up this edge here. Just make sure it doesn't stick to the board in case there's some extra glue somewhere. Stick that down. Now this will be the nose. When making the hatch, install the bottom part and then use a knife here to follow the contour. Also use the fuselage as a jig to do the canopy bottom when you glue it. So here it is, finished up. I'm going to go over in detail some of the final assembly bits. So as you can see on the top here, I didn't do a rudder. So this is just aileron, elevator, 4 servos, 1 for each aileron and 1 for each elevator. So the canopy and the nose cone I printed. You can see what's in here. I also added a little battery vent. I 3D printed a vent for the battery. It's not quite glued in yet, but will be here momentarily. Also, I had a little bit of a problem with one of the elevator servos. It turned out the extension wasn't working right, so I kind of cut in here. I just used clear tape there, but that's kind of an access. This is the installation of the, I guess you'd call them protectors. Got Metal Gear servos in here. Didn't have any problem. I thought about printing one, a cover, full cover, but I didn't have any problem with version 1 of this, so I decided to leave it. These are the Sidewinder pontoons. See the elevator installation there. Nose cone, skid. Take a look to the intake. And on the exhaust, I left it kind of this natural shape. If I want to, I can round it out, but I kind of liked it, so I just left it that way. You can always do that later. Check, excuse me, the performance. I'm just going to use this 1800 6S battery. I've got this 6S fan in there. Now, I'm only going to get probably 3 minutes, maybe 2.5 minutes of runtime. But I can get a bigger battery if I need to. So, Maiden hopefully soon.